Hello and happy Father's Day. I thought since many of us are spending Father's Day with our fathers or grandfathers or other father figures who are in heaven rather than in our home, we could do a pick a crystal reading, and under each crystal is a 3-card spread, and it'll be messages from your loved ones who aren't able to be in the physical world with you today. So we have the purple amethyst, we have the Angelite, and we have the rose quartz. So I'll give you a second to focus on those and see which is speaking to you, which one you would like. All right. So for those of you who chose the purple amethyst, we have postcards from Spirit from baron-reid. We have Doreen Virtue's messages from our angels, and we have our native spirit deck. So first of all, with the purple amethyst, that is a crystal that aids with spiritual connection and protection, inner strength and clarity of the mind, and helps clear out the negatives so that you can have the strength to see the positive. Your postcard says, "Dear you, now is one of those times you are being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know that it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of the observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you." That card makes me wonder, are you trying to decide whether or not to work on a marriage or get a divorce? Were you recently fired or laid off from a job? Has your relationship with one of your kids or your friends been a little rocky lately? Stop and quiet your mind. Step back from it. Step back from it all. And just breathe. The answers and the guidance that you seek will come. You are loved. And your loved one is watching and is willing to hold your hand through the journey, if you'll slow down. Happiness can't catch you if you don't slow down. The Spirit says, we're old, we have bad knees, let us catch up. So just take a step back and take a breather for a minute. With the messages from Spirit, you have Rochelle. So you're fully supported by your entourage in heaven. They say that we've heard your prayers, and we're forming our game plan to make it rain with abundance in your world. But like any loving parent, God wants his children to be comfortable, safe, and happy. So release the negative emotions and clear that blockage. Because the negative mindset or the negative thoughts about whatever subject is at hand is really serving as your road closed sign. It's blocking the way. So if we can release that negativity, we can open the path. Spirit of Earth. And that is the card from the Native Spirit deck. While I was looking at this card, I really loved the dark, rich orange that's in the picture. And that makes me wonder if maybe you need to work on your sacral chakra and find some of that stability and that confidence. Because you're strong. You are enough, just as you are. So create a home for your soul, like your everything about you, everything that makes you who you are. Create a home that's going to be supportive of that. And then be present in that home. Be present in the now. It's okay to dream about the future and to make plans, as long as we don't forget to stop and appreciate what we already have. You are deeply and profoundly loved at all times, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what. So keep pushing upward, because you're just like the seed that's been planted. If you keep pushing, you get out of the dark and you come into the sun. And that is what your father or your grandfather or your father figure in heaven would like you to know. Thank you. For those who chose the Angelite, we have 3 cards as well. Okay. So first of all, the Angelite helps you to connect with a very specific member in your heavenly family. It helps you to cope with the stress of a situation and heal the pain from the loss, whether that loss is of a person or of a thing. The Angelite can help you heal. It's also a stone that if you didn't get to say goodbye, or there were things that were left unsaid, it reminds you that it's okay to still say it, write it, but then release it. You can't hang on to that forever. Your postcard says, "Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and change is upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch that you're clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said. Take 1 step toward the gods, and they will take 10 steps towards you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Love you always." You don't become brave by being a pansy. So put your big girl panties on. Get your shit kickers out. 'Cause you're about to be a courageous soul who's gonna march down your path of prosperity and fulfillment. You got this. Caressa. This is the card where it literally says happiness awaits. So, it's kind of like the princess in a castle, and you're the one who's going to have to be brave enough to cross that unnerving bridge that hangs over the molten lava, and then you're going to have to slay some dragons, but it'll totally be worth it, and you're totally capable. You're at the end of a life cycle, and so sure, some endings are sad, but after you allow yourself to accept what's done is done, and you've done the ugly cry, your angels will show you that endings are simply the predecessor to a really bomb-ass new beginning of something. And I know from experience, many of us do, that it is very hard to convince yourself or to have faith in that saying that one door closes, another one opens, and there's something better on the other side of that door. Well, it's hard to trust in that. But what are your choices right now? You can either sit and be miserable and mopey, or you can trust and have faith that your loved ones have your back. Even if they didn't when they were here, they do now. Spirit Keeper of the East. A fresh cycle is occurring in your life, so wipe the slate clean. Seems to be a recurring pattern, A recurring theme. The same words, the same concept. So clear out the photo albums of all the has-beens. Even though it might be difficult to let go of the comfortable, like what you know and what you're used to. Like that old brown and orange flowered couch that it seems like every family had in the late 70s, early 80s maybe. Those things were fucking comfortable. But there also comes a time when, like, too many asses have sat on them. Like, it's met its quota. It's time to throw it out. Look for something new. Happiness awaits. Just gotta close out this other chapter first. Alright, happy Father's Day, and we'll move on to the Rose Quartz. So for those of you who chose the Rose Quartz, that brings with it a very nice message. All right. So the Rose Quartz. Unconditional love helps you to love yourself and love others. Heals your heart and helps to remove the resentment, the jealousy, the fear, and can help to repair and reestablish love in your current relationships. Your postcard says, "Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intentions take to the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, that it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways that you can't possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. You are worthy. Nobody else's dreams or desires are more important than yours. They're no more profound than yours. They're no more meaningful than yours. If you have a very deep, profound desire in your heart to do something, your loved one is saying, go for it. You don't become happy and fulfilled in your new life if you're sitting there like an intimidated and selfless bump on a log. You're worthy. And if it's because you're worrying about what others think, quit worrying about how your success, your happiness, might evoke negative or jealous emotions from your friends or family or husband or wife. Fuck them. Let them be jealous. Let them be insecure. Understand that if they put as much effort into motivation and effort as they do into jealousy and insecurities, they'd be less of a whiny, mopey little bitch who is just living a mediocre life, to put it really bluntly. That is not on you. That is on them. Then perhaps it's time for them to step up as well. But it's not your parade to walk in. Don't put that on you. Even if nobody else in your family or your circle of friends or whatever has really followed their dreams or met this certain magical level of accomplishment, does not mean anything. It makes me think of back when I worked on the reservation and somebody would do really good in school. One of the native kids would do real good in school and they would get a scholarship or they would go off to college after they graduated. They were almost scoffed at sometimes, like, oh, yeah, go, hang out with all the rich ones or, whatever, we'll just be here. Okay, bye, Felicia. You have the same capabilities. You just are too lazy to put the effort in. So don't put that on you. That is what your loved one wants you to know. Like today, on Father's Day, know that your dreams are absolutely 100% important and that you are worthy of them. And they totally have your back when you get ready to put one foot in front of the other. I hope you guys have a great Father's Day, and thank you so much for checking out my Pick a Crystals reading. We will see you again.